Welcome to the stream. Today, I will be drawing another emote. I wanted the expression for today to be something that shows a sense of surprise, because I've already have a bunch of other emotions, so I'm very, very excited to get this started today. Thank you for coming to the stream. Welcome, welcome. If there's any issues with the audio, please let me know. I have this over here. I finally have something new, something amazing. It should, yeah, you can see a little overview over here. So when I zoom in, you're now able to see the whole thing. I hope the layout is good. All right. It comes to the cost of seeing the names of my layers, but honestly, was that really needed in the first place? But in any case, I'm just gonna go right ahead. Welcome in. It's nice to be back, I say, as if I wasn't gone for one day. Welcome in. I am thinking about what do I want to do. All I thought of was I want it to show shock. That's emotion I want it to portray. Anything aside from that, I'm not completely sure. Okay, my audio's still a little... Okay. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. You do not want to know how much this audio is boosted. It's actually a little insane. Okay, there we go. Finally, hopefully that fixes all my audio issues. Welcome in. I apologize for the slow start, if you will, but it was something. It's a little nightmarish. I feel like it's the nightmare that will not end. My mixer really does have two modes, and a slight adjustment is the difference between way too fucking loud and you can barely hear me at all. So, thank you so much for bearing with that. I want the emote of shock. I gotta get to the head first of all. First things first. Gotta start with the little sketch. All right. I think this will be fine. I can adjust the head shape later on. I just want to get to figuring out, okay, what is the plan today? I should have done it before, but I really just figured, oh man, I'm just gonna wing it. And here we are, winging it. I was quite upset after yesterday's stream, after finding out, like, oh no, the audio's all fucked, because it has been my nightmare for over a month now. But I think knowing this, it's taken me every single stream. I feel like I adjust it a little bit, and then it's like, it's either completely wrong or completely right. I think finally, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm on the right track. So that's really all I can hope for. But welcome into the stream. I have been quite excited for the emote stream. I think definitely really wide eyes. Gotta figure that one out. Wider and larger than I normally do. Okay. I think so. I think that's good. I'm thinking of what games to stream next stream. I've been thinking of a couple of options, and I'm as much as I've been thinking about it, I feel like I'm really stuck between do I want to be streaming essentially I have a bunch of Pokemon games that I would like to stream, and I am quite stuck in regards to, all right, which one am I going to stream? What do I want to get started with? So that's been a little difficult, more than a little difficult to sort of try and figure out. But I'm leaning more towards Pokemon White, just because it's something I've actually like never ever touched. So that's more so what I'm leaning towards. But it really depends. I still have time to figure that one out. I've been, I guess, kind of conducting information on myself, on how I've been doing on each stream, and using that to sort of check in and see, okay, what's the plan? What's the plan? What are we doing for next time? And I think definitely for next time, clumping it all together close to the weekend. I think that's what I'm gonna vibe with. I really, really think that. Okay, I never draw eyes like this, so this is a little new to me. This is new to me, but it looks good. I'm just gonna take a sip of my drink. It definitely looks good to me. Hopefully it will turn out well, but I think this will be good. I think this will be good for sure. I did not come in here with like anything in particular I wanted to discuss. There was a bunch of things where it's like, oh yeah, I need to get this done. Did it actually get done? No, I did catch up on a few things, but it feels like you catch up a little bit and then everything else is like, oh god, it's so behind. So I'm a little frustrated, but one thing that I do want to try, that I really want to try, the little noses like this. One thing I've been absolutely loving in games recently has been the nose like this, and then the shading, I guess, around it, like over here. And I want to try that out. I hope it looks good. I know the emotes probably aren't going to have the most cohesion to them, but you know what? I can always go back and edit them if that is needed. I've been having a lot of fun with the weekly emote streams, and I'm a little sad because looking at how many slots are available, it does look like we're going to run out of emotes that fit the slots that you get when you start. So I'm worried about that as well, but that is a problem for later. I have a bunch of ideas on what to do in future art streams. I think I was thinking of a hand cam watercolor stream. I think that would be a really fun idea. However, next week I think I want to try drawing fan art. It's not something I usually do, but I think that would be really fun. I'd like to draw some of the Vocaloid characters at the very least. I mean, Miku is very fun to draw, so I think I'll probably, she's not my favorite, but she's very iconic, she's very fun to draw. I think I might draw a Hatsune Miku. I think that's kind of my goal for next week. I think I'm gonna definitely give it a pause on the emotes. I know I said that, I said at one point, like, I'm gonna keep going till I hit affiliate, and then eventually you gotta be like, okay, I just kind of continued with this bit for as long as I could, but like, I have to give it a little bit. I have to give it a little bit. I have to give it a bit. I have to have it calm down a bit. It is what it is. But that's that. I think this expression already is quite good. Hopefully, since I'm starting a new emote, it would be really nice if I was able to do the whole thing in just one stream. But I'll see how it goes. My energy levels have not been as great as they should be. So fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that everything goes well. My favorite Pokemon is actually, when I was a kid, I had Heart Gold as a little kid, on the Nintendo DSi. I mean, it's a DS game, but I had a DSi. I've never actually touched an original DS. They're really cool though. The Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility is just so nice. I did play Game Boy Advance games as a kid, but we played them on our GameCube. We also had a Wii, so it was weird because we would play GameCube games on our Wii, and then everything else was kind of like, we play GameCube games on our Wii, and then our Game Boy Advance games, we would play them on the special Game Boy Advance reader. It's this big bulky thing. It connects to the GameCube, and there's a disc. To this day, I have no idea where the disc is. I think we lost it or it broke or something, so we actually can't use it. But that reader has never left the GameCube. It's even more square and bulky than it should be because it's just permanently on. But that's how I played Game Boy Advance games as a kid. Is I actually played it on the GameCube, which is not as bad of an experience as you would think, because it's meant for handhelds, but it actually converts really, really well. I kind of miss it. Nowadays, if I want to play a Game Boy Advance game, I just play it on my 3DS, but I feel like there's a certain something missing from it. It's not... It's more like the original experience, but it still does not hit the same, if I may say so. But I think this expression is good. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I hope this is all good. Other plans, I think I will be trying streams closer to the weekends just because I find it easier to do other things throughout the week, and I find that I found that the more successful days tend to be around the weekend anyway. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see how that goes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes well. Hopefully that is what I hope for. But in any case, I want to continue Volcano Princess as well. I want to continue that next week. I took a little break to do some new things, to try different genres of games, and I'm a little torn on whether or not I want to start trying other genres next week. I'm a little torn about that, but there is, in any case, I'm a little bit torn about that, but it is what it is. I'm just figuring things out. I'm just happy that I am improving, that things are working well. I say that a lot, but I really mean it. A whole lot of things. I was thinking today of, kind of debating a little bit to myself, like, oh yeah, like Tomodachi Life has been like super popular. It's still like insanely popular, and I can't stream the Switch one because I don't have the Switch. And even if I did, that would be there'd be a lot to it. I can't stream the Switch one, but I have the 3DS one, so I'm also kind of debating, like, what if I put that in there? Would that be fun? Or no? So I've kind of been thinking about that a little bit, but I'm not sure. It's just ideas I've just kind of been putting out there and just throwing to the wall. But okay. But in any case, there's a lot of things I am excited for. There's quite a few RPGs that I was also thinking of. Oh my god, what am I gonna try? I ended up coming up with, okay, yeah, sure, I'll try Pokemon. But there's a lot of other things as well that I think it would be fun to try, if that goes well. I think having, I want to have a bunch of story games that I can do a lot, and then I want to also be able to have some more casual games where it's like, okay, this is not working as I should, instead of just doing like a ton of art streams. I would like to be able to, instead of just doing a ton of art streams, I would like to be able to do that as well. I would like to be able to just switch over to a game like that. So a lot of that is in the interest of trying to build up more things, but everything's a work in progress. I'm trying to think, like, oh my god, what was I actually like doing in the past while, and like not much. Things have been pretty uneventful. I feel like I need to get better at talking in these streams, but yeah, I think that's really nice. I think it's really nice. Okay. Imagine like Shiny had like, oh my god, Mr. Krillin, bald, perhaps, I think fixing up my model so that I can do a ball toggle would be actually like a blast. There's so many things I want to do, and it's just catching up on other things so that I have the time to continue them. But I've got things a bit under control for at least a little bit. So I'm hoping that soon I'll be able to. My trial of Live 2D is definitely run out, so I'll have to figure out that one. But you know, there's a lot to figure out. There's a lot that I need to figure out. I'm just happy that things are. I'm just happy that I'm gonna be able to hopefully, fingers crossed, get that set up, because I do have a bunch of things as well. I was considering rigging stream, and I think that would be a fun idea as well, and it means I would, you know, get it done. I would go in there, and things would be all good. And especially, like, I fixed the audio issue. I feel like I've got it. I feel like that's my main thing holding me back. But I've got that. I feel like I can conquer the world, if that makes sense. I feel like I've got that, and everything's good. Everything is good. Everything is great. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I feel like the hairline is definitely not where I want it to be. I feel like it's a little bit nightmarish here, but that's okay. Here we go. That fixes things a little bit. I'm just gonna fix things up a little bit. And if I end up, once I'm able to get the audio good, I know there's not a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise I can't control, but I think maybe I want to try at least looking into how possible would it be to do an ASMR stream. If I turn it down really low and then crank it in OBS really high, I think it might be possible. I think that would cut out a lot of extra background noise. It's been quite the journey of figuring out, like, okay, how does any of this work? Because there's also, it's cranked pretty high. It's cranked to 24 right now. Which is not ideal, but there's such a difference between like 9.5 and like 10 is literally, you can barely hear it or it's way too fucking loud. So it's just my equipment. But in any case, let's get that all sorted. Let's make sure everything is going good, going great. I can kind of, you know what, I can keep this on the side, make this bigger. And then, yeah, I think that works. Okay. Let's get the rest of it going. Gotta get all of this going. I gotta get the body. And since it's chibi, I need to remember, I need to keep in mind, like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be more chibi, so the proportions really have to fall into that. So, smaller shoulders, yeah, okay. I think for sure it does have to fall more into that, okay. That's good, that's great, okay. One thing, on Saturday, I'll be streaming a rhythm game for the first time, and, like, on one hand, I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for that. I hope I'm able to make it interesting. On the other hand, I'm also kind of excited because if one thing I need to, I don't need to, but I wanted to do is sort of like, I'm kind of using this as an excuse to, like, watch someone else's to try to take inspiration, but Germa's Project Diva stream, it's like you know what, thinking about like how would you stream a rhythm game. I was thinking about that, and I think that might be a good idea of something to stream. I'm hoping in any case. Let's see. Hi, welcome in. I am good. I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. I have an emote for today. Ta-da. I have a little overview now as well, so that when I go to shade, I feel a little stupid about it because it was literally like so easy. It was like one menu. I just didn't know it existed. I go to look it up and it's like, oh, okay, that's it. That's all I had to do the whole time. Okay. So I'm hoping that the new view is looking a lot better. Welcome in. I'm happy you're here. I feel like this is definitely near the end of because I would only have so many emote slots when I hit affiliate, and I feel like this is kind of like anything more, we're kind of encroaching into sub emotes, and then most people wouldn't be able to use them. So it's kind of like it really feels like a tough decision for sure. I think that's not the hair I was going for. It's a little too like whoosh on the outside. So oops, let's get that sorted. How are you doing, Renko? I hope you're doing good. It's always such a joy to see you in. I think definitely thinning this out is going to be the go. I'm hoping. And then just a little sketch and I'll be able to go to the rest of it. So that's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be great. Yeah, I think this is what I'm missing. I definitely forgot it the last couple of times, but I did add this little detail, and it's there's so many details I'll just forget. I'm good, thanks for asking. I just made myself a coffee and live. Oh my god, coincidence. Oh my god. I mean, every week I'm live at this time. I hope you enjoy your coffee. I have milk tea. I have milk tea today. I don't normally do it, but I ran out of sugar. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make milk tea. I'm not gonna get myself to drink something completely unsweetened. I should get used to it, but it's not something I can ever get used to. But I hope it's good. I love milk coffee. I ended up, cause like coffee is really such an acquired taste. I used to hate it, absolutely, but now I find myself craving it. I think I drank too much coffee in high school. That nowadays I actually kind of crave the taste of a really good milk coffee. It's like, you know what would be really good? So I drink it a little too much, but I mean also like decaf, but like then when you run out of decaf, it's always like, okay. So now I really got to think about like, is this the most responsible thing? And sometimes it's not, and then I drink it anyway because I'm just like really craving the taste. Like when I woke up this morning, it's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to take caffeine for my medication, but I'm really craving a milk coffee, so I did, and it was good. It was good even without sweetener. I think the milk, because milk has sugar in it as well. So I kind of just like drown it in milk, and it turns out really good. It's strange how I hated it before too. Yeah, there's a lot of foods like that. Strangely enough, like you can technically, like things that are acquired taste are typically, people call it things that are typically hated by most people, and then people grow to like them. But it can happen with any foods, even foods that a lot of people like first try. Oddly enough, I had that with soy sauce. I really like soy sauce, but I just kind of, I had it in my food when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh, I kind of hate this. And then I just kept adding a little bit to my food, and now it's like, okay, I actually really like the taste of soy sauce. And so if I ever need if I ever need more flavor and I have the room to add extra salt, it works really good. But it is definitely really weird how that works. Okay, I'm gonna start on the clothes on my sketch. Oh, these shoulders are, that neck is too long because the shoulders are like kind of whack. Oops. I know it's a big issue for a lot of things. Like, look at this neck here. Look at this neck here. That's a long neck. That's a really long neck. I'm at the point where it's like, I really like, it's hard to find the time for a lot of things, but I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I feel like I need to, if I at all have the chance, I need to make time to fix up, like, I want to make an overlay, I want to fix up my model, and I feel like now's really the time where it's like, okay, within the next couple weeks, I really need to make that a priority. But also, feels like I'm a little behind on everything. I feel like I've caught up a little bit, and then it's like, oh, but these are like behind. But hi, welcome in, Astral. Hello. How are you doing? I hope things are well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I have emote. I wanted to portray a range of emotions, and this time I have shock, surprise. I'm okay, big tired. Yeah, honestly, me too. I'm not gonna lie, me too. But I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad you made it in. I hope, I realized my mic was pointed the wrong way, so I hope that didn't, like, mess up everything. God, these audio issues have been, like, my living nightmare, and I think I'm finally on the cusp of figuring things out. But I swear to God, like, every time it's like, something's wrong, something's really wrong. Happy to be here. I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. I am more happy than you could ever realize to hear that. I'm so glad. Welcome in. I am just, I feel like I might be able to get quite far in this today. That's my hope, but you never know until you're actually there. But I'm really hoping that it works out. And I think I actually took a look into, like, okay, how many slots do I even have, or would I have access to once I'm out of, emote purgatory? And it's not much. I feel like definitely after this, it's kind of like, I know I said it, like, as a little joke to myself, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it until I hit affiliate, and it's like, okay, that was a fun idea, but I think right now we're about to be like encroaching sub emote territory with the amount of emotes. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put it on hold after this, and I still want to do art streams. I have quite a few ideas. It's just like other things, fun things. Next week, I'm thinking of, I haven't drawn fan art in way too long. I kind of want to draw, especially since I'll be at Miku Expo literally the day before. I want to draw Miku on stream. I think that would be really fun. And plus, like, it's kind of like everyone knows Miku. Very broad appeal. She's not my favorite. My favorite Vocaloid is actually, of the Kryptonloids, I really like Kaito. I'm a huge Kaito fan. Of any and all Vocaloids in general, I really love V-Flower. But I have too many opinions on that, I feel. I saw that they just made a V6 for Miku. There's a new voice bank, and I'm actually a little surprised because that company kind of went on their own thing, and they're like, okay, no more, we're just gonna, like, all of our vocal synths are gonna be in our program now. And then, so there is no, like, Vocaloid 5 Miku, but there is Vocaloid 6 Miku. I have not listened to that yet. I'm actually quite curious about it. I'm curious about the improvements, but I feel like it's also the point where vocal synths feel like they're getting a little too realistic for me. I know especially in the English vocal synth community, I know that synthesizer V is getting really, really popular, but I feel like the more they try to make it like a human voice, the more it's like, technically, yes, they got closer to their goal, but I feel like I really liked the slight roboticness that it had. It was something I really, really enjoy. So to see that being taken away is like, oh, okay, all right. I'm a little disappointed in it. So like, there's a lot of good synthesizer V songs. There's a lot of good songs made. There's a lot of good voice banks. I know Kasane Teto has been like crazy popular ever since she got a synth V voice bank. But I will always stick around with Vocaloid software, particularly like, I feel like, in my opinion, Vocaloid 4 was really like where it peaked. But also I have a very clear preference in sound. Teto, my beloved, let's go. She's so good. I'm actually really happy that she's getting so incredible. Like, she's always been popular, but the popularity that she's getting right now is absolutely like skyrocketing. Like, this is unprecedented. I feel like I have not seen such popularity since, like, looking at things from like before my time, looking at things from like the mid to late 2000s. Before my time is when I was into Vocaloid, not like when I was born. That sounds just a little bit like, oh, when I was born. I have definitely, I feel like the older you get, the more you take a double take at, like, I finally understand, like, oh, you're that year of birth, and you take a double take, like, you're an adult? What the fuck? I've only had that once, despite back in my day. I'm genuinely starting to become like that. I'm not even that old. I feel like my issue is just that I'm like particular about a lot of things. Sometimes it genuinely is like, okay, this thing is worse now than it used to. But a lot of the time it's just being particular, I feel. It's just like, oh, okay. All right. This is like literally just not my taste, and it's like, oh, back in my day it was so good. And not sometimes it was the same, sometimes it's kind of the same, and it was subjective, you know. But the one time I did genuinely take a double take, I used to ID people a lot because I sold lottery tickets, and you need to be 18 or older. So if you come in and you look 25 or younger, like, visual appearance, it's all visual appearance, like 25 or younger, because there are some old looking 18-year-olds that exist. They kind of want to, they want to make sure to encapsulate everyone, so that if it's like some 18-year-old dude with a beard, that guy still gets ID'd properly. I know at 7-Eleven, I think it's 30 or younger, I'm pretty sure, if memory serves. But everywhere else it's like 25 or younger. That's like standard practice. But I remember, I think it was like, God, how old was the kid? I think it was like 2007. And they come to buy lottery tickets, and I'm like, I didn't say anything. I was staring at their ID for, let's say, at least a full minute, trying to comprehend that before I'm like, yeah, okay. You're good. This is your total. I was really staring at it like, what the fuck? 2007? They're adults now? They are indeed adults now. That was the closest call I've gotten where it's like, it really took me aback. But at the same time, it's like most of the lottery industry is, it's mostly older people. You don't get too many young people buying lottery tickets. So it's not as common. I feel like if I worked in a liquor store, I would see that a lot. Okay. This is, I hope this emanates shock enough. I'm wondering, like, does it really? I think it's the mouth. Or maybe I'm missing something and I'm just not good with facial expressions. I'm really worried about it, genuinely, genuinely, genuinely. Okay, let's give those a little look. Okay. Yeah, that feels more shocking. I think so. I think so. I think so. Honestly, I've no idea what actually gets used. I have no idea what actually gets used. I feel like a lot of it is just like, okay, I'm just gonna eyebrows go up a bit. Okay. So higher. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Let's. Thank you so much. Let me get that sorted. Just gonna. I'm not gonna redraw them. I can just fix it up from here. I wonder. Yeah, it can be seen. I'm very happy to actually have I have a monitor now, so I can see what I'm doing, and it's always very cool to be like, oh wait, I can actually see what I'm doing. That's crazy. Oh my god, it's genuinely like it's such a lifesaver. I can actually see what I'm doing. I can actually check the audio midstream. It's wow, what luxury. Feel so blessed. Okay, I hope this is good. That looks a bit better. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I think. I'm just so. Expressions are not my strong suit, but I'm working on it. Probably getting better at it. Probably, perhaps. The canvas is large enough that I feel like I don't need to worry about like, oh, I'm drawing too much detail on the bottom. I can just zoom it in. It will be quite zoomed in, and it'll look fine when it's zoomed in. I don't need to really worry about that at all. But I wanna get all the little details going before I start the color. I think things are gonna be fine. Let's turn down the brush size. And the one thing about this is technically I can hit tab and it will show just a full view, but then I lose the overview. So knowledge learned that ended up not being as useful as I expected, but it was literally just one button. Like it's one menu option. I was worrying about it the whole time when it's like, oh, it's literally so easy. And now I just feel kind of defeated because like, oh, that was it? That was it? Okay. Alright. That's easier than expected, I guess. Okay, let's get this other one down. I'm hoping this isn't too... Since there are people here now, let me propose a question, if you would. I've been thinking for quite a while about what games I wanted to try, and I've just been trying different genres, seeing how it goes, and I've been using that knowledge to sort of determine, okay, what are future streams gonna be? I'm kind of like trying everything, throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. My question is, I wanted to play some RPGs to see how that goes. I've decided on, I want to play a Pokemon game, specifically a DS Pokemon game. And I was looking through the options that I have available to me of things that I can borrow or that I own already. And so I was mostly thinking between, do I want to try Pokemon White or Pokemon Heart Gold? Or I think the one I could borrow was Diamond, because there was, out of Diamond and Pearl, I think it was Diamond. If there is anything that you would like to see, any sort of preference, let me know, because I am genuinely curious, and also, decision making is hard. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not great at making decisions. So I figured I would leave the question out there just in case you have any sort of opinions. I think that would be fun to play. No preference, that's okay. That also helps me. I was leaning more towards Pokemon White, but it is, I mean, I have time. I still have a couple days before I have to figure that out, but It's been an internal debate in my head for too long, way too long. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. Okay. Honestly, like, the main reason why I was leaning, I feel like I'm more leaning towards Pokemon White, so most likely it's gonna be that. I used to collect Pokemon cards. I still have them. I just don't buy any more. And when I first started playing the Pokemon trading card game, a lot of the cards I had were X and Y and Black and White. And those cards just hold a special spot in my mind. I'm actually so devastated at because there's the online client as well that I used to play until they switched clients and they made a new client, and then a lot of the features that the old client had, they're like, we're just gonna take it out. And so I was a little upset about that. I haven't checked to see if there's an update. I just kind of stopped playing it because I was so bummed out about that. They used to even have Heart Gold cards, which I've only played in the client, and that's one of the things they took out. But I remember seeing that, and they took out like expanded mode, where you can at least they at least limited expanded mode. I can't remember exactly. And expanded mode is like everything that isn't the newest cards, and it's like they're really trying to push you to play the newest cards, and it's like, but that's a lot harder to do, because then it makes it more unfair pay to win, I feel. Especially they took out a lot of things. They took out like theme deck tournaments I used to love doing, and I would get a lot of things from winning theme deck tournaments. There were entire theme deck metas. That was such a blast. I really miss it. I transferred over my accounts, but I just miss it. I miss it. I do have the cards, but at the same time, it's difficult because a lot of it is like you have the cards, and if you kind of need to find someone local to play with, and like finding people to play with anything is kind of nightmarish, but card games usually can. However, that would be if you had a tournament ready deck, so you need to have really good cards to be able to play in like local scenes as well. So it's just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just sitting here with my Pokemon cards, and I would love to play them, but it's not, my deck would not be good enough to actually go out with it. So it's a little bit disappointing, but it was something I loved about the Pokemon trading card game. Especially being able to play theme decks means you can do a lot with like evolutions, whereas I feel like the meta for a while, at least last time I checked, was more like they've had so many different ones. Last time I was playing, they had a bunch of VMAX cards, but they've had so many different variations. Any of those, like, they take out multiple trading cards, but they're more powerful cards. They're like a basic evolution. Anything like that. It feels like it is a fun way to play for sure, but you really want to go back sometimes to evolution type play, that sort of slower based mode. And it's something that I feel, again, if you're trying to get good cards, it isn't really compatible, because there are absolutely good evolution based decks, but for the most part, the cards you're gonna have are gonna be based on all these big powerful cards. But that's a ramble. I just really I really like it. I try to get people into it when I can. I do have a couple of theme decks I have brought out with friends, just kind of like, because it's an easy way, and it doesn't require shuffling through my many cards. I have a lot of cards, and a lot of that is because I got gifted like huge amounts of cards that one of my brothers bought from eBay. So I have a bunch of like commons, like an excessive amount. I swear to God, I think I counted, and there were literally like 12 of the same card in there. It was actually kind of insane. But I could go back and play and try to get people into it, but that would be, I have a lot of comments, and that would be pretty rough. Although once I do sort it out, one thing that's sort of a motivator for it is another sort of art thing I was considering was I've seen online how people will like paint on Pokemon cards. I think that would be fun to try, especially if I do have like because I definitely do have more than 4 of some of the really not really good commons I have, and you can only have 4 in your deck. And after that point, it's kind of like, I mean, there's not much need for it. You already have the max. And so I feel like I would like to try that as well, but I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas just like running through my head. I would have to look at like, okay, what paint colors do I even have in acrylics? Because I know I have watercolors, but acrylics are like, I don't think I have much. I might not. I genuinely have no idea what I have. It's been quite a few years. I had a hobby for a little bit where I was making earrings out of clay and I was painting them with acrylics. And it was really, really fun. It's not that difficult actually. I really like doing it, but because of it, like I know I have acrylics, but I haven't touched the acrylics in years, so I have no idea what colors I even have, etc, etc. But that's also another thing that I think would be really, really fun. Just an idea I've had. Okay, I think I'm getting close to the end of the sketching. Very good, very good. I'm very, very happy about that. I apologize if my energy also isn't up to par where it needs to be. I will admit I am quite tired, but this is also good to know. It's a low energy day. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yeah. But I mean, that sort of thing happens, and it's still nice to chill, I think. It's still nice to chill, even if it is a lot lower in energy. I don't know. You would think one of these days I would figure out how to draw a star. Okay, this is kind of nightmarish. Yeah, it really is a low energy day, but I think that too is fine. And then I've actually prepared everything in advance for tomorrow, so if I do not have the energy, I can just fully take off tomorrow and not do any work. Which is like, oh, thank God, finally. I'm just vibing making Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Oh, that's so fun. Oh my God, I was talking about Pokemon cards. That's kind of like... They're like lovers, if you think about it. Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards. a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, okay, that star's fine, and then this one is like nightmarish. Okay, I have played Yu-Gi-Oh only a little bit. I've played some of it on console, on like the console games on the Xbox 360, and I did get taught in person a year ago, and then I never played again. I have a lot of stories that I've never touched on or acknowledged, but essentially, my last place before this was government-run housing I lived in for a while, and there's this one guy there. I ended up being chill with quite a few people. I'm not too good with people, so it wasn't like very many, but there were a few. And at one point, there were 3 of us that would just hang out and play card games all the time. Because there was this one kid that really, really liked playing card games. Super, super obsessive with Uno and Yu-Gi-Oh! And so one day I was like, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In like quite a while. Like, this is like the last time I played. And he's like, you know what? I gotta teach you. I gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I had quite a fun time with that. I do wish that before I had moved out, I do wish that I played Yu-Gi-Oh a couple more times. I wish I would have gotten good at it, but you know. But that was definitely fun. I was definitely playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I was playing because I have a bunch of card games. My family is really big on throughout my entire childhood, there has been way too many card and board games gifted. Like a lot of them, like an absurd amount. So we have basically everything in my household. And so I do have a couple. Most of what I have was just bought on some gift cards. I had some bookstore gift cards that I was buying card games with, but I do also have a lot that I was gifted as a kid. We should play Yu-Gi-Oh! We should. Straight up, that would be so much fun. I am not too good at it, but if you find a way that we are able to, genuinely, I'll do it. That would be so fun. You teach me Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll teach you the Pokemon trading card game. For real. If you are willing, like that image of the guy that's like trade offer and he has like both his hands out, that's me to you. Trade offer. You teach me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I teach you how to play the Pokemon trading card game. I play online using Dueling Book. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I should have. I'll write that down later. I'm like, do you have a pen? Because I have paper beside me. I'm like, I can just write that down. I'm fingers crossed. I do not forget because I have no idea where I have a pen and or pencil. I'm hoping that would be so fun. That would be so fun. That would be an absolute blast. I would be so down. Oh my god. There were a couple things where it's like, okay, once I run out of talking, I should talk about that. Okay. Obligatory. I got asked by another chatter to make a Discord server, and so I have that. I have that as well. I'll see how that goes. Bot integrations were kind of rushed, so I fixed that yesterday. But that is up. Just an obligatory, like, I probably should mention it. I feel like I'll make a post about it in the next few days, probably. Okay, that's sweater texture, all good. Everything, all good. What am I missing? There's a lot that I'm missing. Okay. I feel like it's like, oh yeah, I remembered all these details that I forgot about before. That's crazy. And then I forget about like the bare minimum. This is not my greatest moment. Let's increase the brush size again. I don't remember why it's so small. Okay, here we go. So I can just get little line, just one line. And that will be fine. That will be good. Okay. I can't believe I forgot about the earring. That's like the most important part. Oh my god. Devastated. Shaking in my boots. I'm so upset. Or whatever. I think. Here we go. That's a little... The angle's not right with this one. It's a little better. Okay. And then I also forgot inside the ears. Which is also like, how did I forget? I'm not sure, but I did. So, gonna fix that up real quick. Here we go. Right now, outside of stream, I'm really trying my best to catch up on things, get things prepared in advance, and then I figure if I can actually get that done, I can then work on bigger projects and bigger things that I have not been able to for a while, just trying to catch up with everything. But I'm able to do a lot more than I was when I started streaming, so I'm happy about that. That's been something where it's like, sometimes it's like, just getting up and making meals is like all you can handle for the day. But I'm actually, this has been good for me. But okay, year 2. Okay, let's get this started. And then the sketch. I have not processed the fact that, oh wait, there's an actual overview now. I can actually see it. I'll get used to it. I was like, wait, whoa, I can just look at what I'm doing over there and see what I'm missing. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Go. That's... yeah, it's fine. That's fine. I think this is... the details are all good. No. There's always something I'm forgetting. This is kind of like, this is just straight up not going to be seen on the full emote, but it's in my art here, so I want to include everything that I can. If it is in the art, then I shall do that. Okay. That is my sketch. Yay. Super happy about that. I think it's looking pretty nice so far. Let's turn off the sketch layer. It's getting serious now. The moment it's no longer colored, that's when it's serious. I feel like it might be a little silly to insist upon this, but I am oddly particular about very specific things. And you know what? If it works, don't change what isn't broken. Okay. Oh yeah, the deck I'm working on is a Lunalight deck, which is like if Sailor Moon was all for... In Yu-Gi-Oh? They have that? That's so cool. Oh my god. I am so behind on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, I don't know shit. I really do not know shit. That's so cool. Oh my god. This is how it's going right now. Hello, welcome in. I have just finished my sketch for my art. I have a little overview now so you can see when I zoom in and all of that. It's a lower energy stream, but I'm just working on an emote today. Super happy about how it's going. Welcome in. I hope you have a fun time here. It's finally time for the colors. So, right on time. Let me get that started. I'm hoping that the colors are good. This is always like the hardest part, is like actually figuring out, okay, what is like the right color. My biggest nightmare, color picking. But it's working out. There's so many fun, silly archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like, listen, you had me at like Sailor Moon furry deck. I'm actually so curious about what the fuck that means. You've got me intrigued now. When I think of it, I only think of like the basic monsters. But also I think the games I was playing with, I think it kind of had just started the there's some sort of fusion card that's not just like the white ones. The next one after that, I had played with that. I think the game was like 2007. I have heard that new Yu-Gi-Oh goes crazy. So I'm really curious to know, like, okay, what actually did they add? What has been changed? I'm so curious. My niche is the Pokemon trading card game. So Yu-Gi-Oh is like, I would like to learn it. But I also feel so lost. XYZ fusion, it might have been. I know there's like the purple fusions. I know there's like the white fusions. That's all I know. That is all I know. I'm not sure about the other ones. I feel like I kind of miss playing the Pokemon trading card game. I feel like I'm also so lost in that as well. It's like, last time I bought cards was, I think the beginning of Sword and Shield, and there's been a few new sets since then, and I've been completely lost. Like, I've not checked into it, and so now there's gonna be a whole, I swear to God, I'm gonna check, and there's gonna be more metas. There're gonna be a bunch more, like, really, really good popular cards. There might be new systems. It's a little daunting, but I don't play standard anyway. So, main format, I play Genesis, which only goes up to XYZ, so you don't need to worry. Pendulum summoning and link summoning. I've never heard of that, so yeah, probably the newer stuff. It's good to know that that there are still modes that only go up to that much. I feel like anything that forces you to play the new cards, it's kind of like, that's a little upsetting, because what about all the cards I already have? What about all the, like, I'm just coming from Pokemon here, but what about the cards I already have, you know? Like, I still want to play with my Pokemon X and Y cards. And now it's like completely, but also power creep is going to be in any game, really. And that's another thing about playing modes like expanded, is you're going to have this crazy power creep. Like the X and Y cards I have and the cards I have from Sword and Shield basically aren't comparable. Especially when they start adding V cards, it's like, okay. Like the Pokemon cards, genre. I shouldn't need to specify. I'm like, oh, that sounds a little. But in any case, let's see. Things look fine. Actually, let me actually do this so you get the full view, so I can zoom in further. I also play Edison format, which only goes up to Synchro. I think that might be, I don't know which one's newer, but Synchro I remember. So it might have been, but I'm not completely sure. I know the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, the advanced summoning, that I'm lost on. That's definitely what I'll need to learn. If that makes sense. Let's see. Okay. I have... The colors are not exactly right, but you know what? Close enough. It can be fixed later. Everything can be fixed later. Alright. That's... I feel like everywhere I look, it's like, there's still sketch color. Oh no. That's not good. Fusion's purple, Synchro's white. Black pendulum. Okay. Yeah, definitely Edison format would be everything that I've encountered, and XYZ would be into the category of I've never seen this in my fucking life. So I feel like that makes sense. So like Edison format would be the one to play on, because I haven't seen anything, like I've seen them, I've encountered them, but like in terms of actually playing it, I've never played anything newer than that. That's kind of like the most I've had. But in any case, it's something I definitely need to get really back into, but I feel like I feel like the fact that there's so many cards to collect now that they weren't before is really like one of the barriers to going back. The others is like, oh god, actually organizing my card collection. Ooh, that's not good. But it has to be done. It would be nice to actually play again, to actually build a deck. That'd be really fun. Okay. That's more so the color. Got it. Alright, that's all good. I've got the color closer, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. Are the colors off? Definitely. But it can be fixed later. I don't exactly have anything to color pick at this moment. I like XYZ, you overlay your big extra deck monster over a bunch of regular monsters on your field that are all the same level, then you can detach the cards it's on top of to activate effects. Okay. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Um, I think I think it would take me a little bit to remember how to do it because I can barely remember how to do like a synchro fusion, but definitely for sure that would be. I think once I wrapped my head around that, I think it sounds really, really fun. I would love to learn that for sure, for sure. That's cool. Let's just. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Yeah, starting with Edison really feels like the thing that would be a lot easier because that's like I never knew it had a name for it. Can loan you a deck code. Okay, okay. I'd appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that. I mean, also like technically I've played it, just not in a long, long, long time. Okay, that's going a lot better, I'd say. Okay, 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 okay. Let's take a look. I think I'm just gonna put on the flat colors at first and then get more things going as I go along. I think that's kind of the play, the strat, the pro strat. That seems like what's gonna work right now. That is, I feel like also color matching is like, that's not it, that's not it. What is gonna be it? Color matching is, wow, nightmarish. Is that, it's good enough. It's close enough. Yeah, I'll take it. A win is a win. A win is a win. It's closer than I usually get. Just like color picking. Can see, yeah, you can see the little color picking thing. This was not, I have not had the overlay before, so I'm kind of like, okay, what can be seen, what cannot be seen? Because I'm used to it being like the entire screen, right? That's what I'm used to. But this is like, yeah, that's not exactly the color, but that's close enough. Okay, okay. What I'm really excited for is, I'm always so excited for like highlights and shading because it's my favorite part. It's my favorite part for sure, for sure, for sure. So, like, yeah, I'm just getting flat colors, but in my mind, in my heart of hearts, what I really want to do is I just want to highlight things. I want to make the hair go shiny. I want to make the eyes go shiny. That's all I want. Every time I draw something, it's like, okay, but this can be shiny, but this can be fun. This can be fun. And it's what I yearn for. It's what I hope for the most, more than anything. More than anything in the world. Okay. Let's get this gray. It should be fine. Yep. A little darker. Here we go. Everything's coming together. Yay, yay. Happy about that. I'm so happy about that. Okay. I think things are going fine. I'm a little sad about like, how am I gonna use all these emotes? I definitely need to look into like, okay, what's a concrete number? Because like, there's so many more emotes I want to do. All the formats except official and Genesis are fan-made. There's the GOAT format that goes up to 2005 and Edison format that goes up to 2010. That makes sense. That makes sense. I did not know that. I did not know that. I wonder if there are like fan-made Pokemon formats. All I know are like the official ones. This is actually so cool to learn. This is so cool to learn. Okay, let's... Alright. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put this on. If I can find. Here we go. That works. It's definitely not the right color, but I don't know. I'm kind of vibing with it right now. But also, like, yeah, I probably should get a better color while I'm here. I think. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better of a color. Okay. I'm just gonna make the brush massive. Goat format is a little funny to me though. It's kind of like, that's the goat, that's what you want to go with. Okay, that's somehow further from the color. Okay. You know what, I'm just gonna cut my losses. It's a color, and it exists. And that's what matters. And now I can color in the rest. Yay, yay. I tell you that when you first get affiliate, you'll have 10 static. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's about what I was thinking, but I'm also thinking like, yeah, I have more emote slots than this. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like once I've filled out the basic emote slots, which is definitely going to be after this one, once I fill that out, it's kind of like, not everyone's going to be able to access those. And so, is it still worth making? Yes, absolutely, for sure. But at the same time, it's less of a priority, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, I've got it. Like, priorities, other things, like I might do that on stream, I might do that in my own time. But it's definitely take a break and do other art things. I did see that you can get more emote slots, but I'm not really expecting that or anything. I'm just gonna mute real quick. There we go. There's also higher tier sub emotes and bits emotes, but I never touch those. I mean, here's the thing. I think, like, if you run out of emote slots, let me reword this. I think the good thing is that once you run out of your slots, of what people are going to use, I think it's really nice that there's still potential there. There's still other slots you can use. And that's really, so there's still merit in like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make an emote to replace this one, but wait, it's not gone. It's just basically not gonna be used, but like it's still there to me. And maybe someone will use it someday and have a blast of it. But yeah, that's definitely fair. I think that's the more altruistic take to have. I kind of admire that a little bit. That is not. That's what the issue is. Okay. All right, it's going. It's going. Okay. While I'm here, let me get this star all colored in, and then I will be. The flat colors are good, except for the mouth and the eyes. So technically they're not. Okay. But in any case, we're almost at the highlight and shadow, which is the most exciting part, honestly. I love highlights, I love shadows. It's so fun, The secret option. Oh, yeah, I do know about those. I think for if there's like an emote, but it's like on a tier people don't really use, it might be fun to put it in both. Where it's like, oh yeah, if you have this extension, you can use these emotes. Otherwise, fucking pay to win, I guess. Where it's like, yeah, you can technically use them, but like, lol them out, I ran out of space, Twitch won't let me put any more. So it's like there still is places to put them. I have definitely seen that. I think there's 2 services, at least that's what it shows me on my end, is that there are 2 different services for that. But I've never used them, I think. I've definitely never used them. But I would like to look into that eventually. I think that would be cool. More emotes, more possibilities. And then you get to have fun and draw more emotes and have a blast doing so. And that's always a win. Okay, the tongue color. Is this the color of a human tongue? Great question. No, I don't think so. No. I'll get it. Hold on. That's probably closer. Yeah. It's fine enough. Should be fine. I saw a video about like, oh my god, there's this trend going around about like people are trying to color match like the color of a bunny's tongue for their lipstick, and I'm not gonna lie, it is quite a nice color. So sometimes when I draw tongues, that's all I can think about is just that color, because it was a really nice shade of pink. Okay, let's... Here we go. I feel like these layers are just kind of like, it's on something. It's on something at least. Okay. I think just coloring first and then putting it together in a bit. I think that's how it's gonna go. This is more multifaceted than it normally goes, but if it works. See how that looks. Oh, that's... I feel like I've kind of unlocked the secret. I'm just like, that's probably gonna look good, and then it looked really good. I'm like, that's what I've been missing on how to draw a mouth. Wow. I'm happy about that. Let's go. I've unlocked the secret. I've unlocked the secret recipe into how to do it right. I can take my sketch layer and I can... Oh, hell yeah. That's all I could ever want in this world. I feel like it's always such a blast when it's like you're drawing and then you've unlocked like secret artistic ability. AKA you just kind of figure something out by doing it, and it's like, oh wait, whoa, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know that was how you did it. And now you just forever have the knowledge. Like you have a little realization one day, and that's really what I'm having with like the back of mouth right now. It's quite wonderful. Okay, now that I have... Yeah, already, that looks really good. Okay, flat colors, yay! Now I can go on to my favorite part, the shading, the highlighting. This is gonna be so exciting, oh my god. I am so excited. Let me I'm just gonna adjust the stream title really quick. Figured now is a good chance. There we go. That should be fine. I'll take that. It's finally time for... Let's get this going. Let's get this party started. This is always my favorite part, and then I probably should have done this beforehand, but I can do it now. And it'll be fine, and that's what matters. Yes, okay. Definitely, I think the pupils are gonna be too small with this, but yeah, I think you've mentioned that before. I I just love highlights because it's like I love the way things look after you do the highlights. It really like takes it from a 0 to a 10, if that makes sense. It really emphasizes like, okay, you've got your base, and then you can do highlights, and then everything's okay in the world. Everything is amazing, fantastic, stunning. So it's always what I'm most excited for. Especially the highlights. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can never say it enough. I love doing hair highlights. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's so fun. Eye highlights, I really like. Eye highlights are like my second favorite, but my favorite. Shout out to hair highlights. If nothing else has got me, hair highlights has got me. The moment I found out how to do them, it's like, okay, I'm obsessed with this. I'm going to be obsessed with this forever now. And then I continued to be obsessed forever and ever. Okay. I think that's fine. That's working out good. And then I get some in here. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. Okay. I do apologize for the lower energy stream. I normally have a lot more energy. I've just been tired recently, to be honest. I'm always kind of tired, but it's hitting. It's hitting. I think. Oh yeah, that's like, oh my god, that's so cool. That's definitely works really well. Okay. Let's go. And then, oh my god, the highlights. I feel like I switch things up too often on how I do art, but sometimes you just gotta switch up the vibe. Sometimes you gotta switch up the vibe, and this is my new obsession. Having the highlights up here. It's so fun. I love it. And sometimes it will change up. I'm in my highlight on top of the eyes era. Okay. It's definitely a lighter hand than I normally go with, but I'm definitely vibing with that. Okay. I think that's good. I think more highlight is gonna be better. I think. Yeah, that's definitely where I want it to be. And then I feel like I section this out first, and then it gets me a better idea of how to do the hair highlights. I've tried doing this little separation bit. I've tried doing it before the highlighting. I've tried doing it after the highlighting. Before the highlighting is always what makes it work better. I don't even know why I decided to start doing this, but it works. It makes it look better, in my opinion. And I like it. So I just kept on doing it. I wonder if I can... Yeah, okay. It's not bad, actually. It's kind of nice. I like it. I think that's good. And hair highlighting. Yay. I love hair highlighting so much. Let's redo that. Turn the opacity down. Gonna give it another go. Let's see how that goes. And then I can kind of build it more. Yeah, I think that's a better way to do it. Okay. And then it just makes things so, like, dynamic and nice. And I love it. The hard part is really getting it to be the same consistently on both sides. That's gonna be the hardest part of all. Okay, I think that is nice. That's nice. Do some of the skin shading. See what's a good shade. Try that. See how that goes. Then yeah, I think that's gonna turn out pretty fine. It's a bit lighter than what I usually do, but I'm not complaining. If anything, I can adjust it later. So when I get the rudimentary what I find the most important to get done. Oop, that was not supposed to happen. There we go. I think this is definitely a lot shorter than it usually is, but I don't know why I am so exhausted today. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna end it here. Apologize again about the lower energy stream. I will have a lot more energy on Saturday. I'll be playing Mustache. I have a Discord server now, so if you are interested feel free to join. Thanks so much for coming, and I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good night. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.